Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
All right. Y'all ready for this? All right, this is the Application Knowledge Podcast. We got Chris James in the building. We got homie Stephen Michael in the building. Applause. I got you like special, you know what I mean? Always been hard to focus. But animated male, we here with episode 47. We're having a beautiful day. You know what I mean? Chris got his Shiki Maru popping off again. I see you, Shiki.
Every time I put it up,
You know what I mean?
I say Shiki Maru.
Shiki Maru. Shiki.
Every time I put it up.
Shiki my Chris. Shiki my Chris. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all week been? Actually, you know what? I know how y'all week been. Y'all drained asses. I ain't seen Steven in a whole week.
Has it been a week?
I only see Steven on the ring. I'm like, oh, Steven going out with his hoodie again. Every day I'm just like, oh, there he is again.
Y'all watch those?
We've told you we watch it.
I don't necessarily watch them like, but like if it pops up, it'll show the image of.
I know.
I mean, that's it.
That doesn't bother you?
No, not really.
No.
It bothers you.
That's
I
like,
mean,
that's
just-
like, what's the point of getting security and then just saying forget it, ignoring it?
You just watch it every so often. You just check it,
no,
or it's there when something happens.
If you don't watch it every time, it's pointless because
it records.
Yeah, but if something's happening in real time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just say it goes off, and it could be a burglar.
In the middle of the day.
Yeah.
A burglar.
Motherfuckers is crazy out here, man.
I watch
it's
it.
holiday season. People ain't got no money. Inflation is high.
I watch it specifically for the night, especially in the middle of the night when people think you sleep and I be up. Yeah. And if that thing rings, I'm on it. Boop.
And sometimes it goes off, no one's there. I'll be like, who the?
That's why I'm saying it doesn't bother you. Most of the time, it's a package. Amazon, UPS, FedEx, post office.
Yeah.
90% of the time, that's probably what it is.
Or
a car.
Kids walking by.
At nighttime, when you see it and it ain't nobody there, it's because they've already gone past. You have to watch the replay, and then you can usually see.
We got instant replay around this piece. You know what I mean? That's cool, though. But, yeah, so how y'all week been? Y'all little fast and healthy.
He said you're a little fast.
Getting all, getting your body right. Y'all cats in there just sleeping. Steven sleeping, watching movies. Chris in there making deals and laying in bed.
Hey man, I don't know what,
I don't know what
you're talking about, but we've been working.
Ain't nothing to change for me. I'm working, baby.
Are you still working?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
But every time I walk by, I see.
Yeah, you see. It's the same, though. Think about it. A week ago, I'd be doing the same thing.
True that.
That's where I work. I work from.
It's just no energy. Right. How's your energy levels?
They're a little bit below average. They're fine.
But you going strong.
Yeah, they're fine. The only issue I have is a lingering stomach pain. That's it.
Yeah.
And this always happens with me. I don't know why. I don't know
when
if
you
Steve
start a
gets
fast,
it.
you get stomach pains?
Yeah, it's just be lingering. I don't know if Steve gets it because I always thought maybe it's because I fast and I'm smaller than a lot of people that fast. And so it's just lingering. I don't know if Steve gets it or not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so then maybe we'll see when you get down to like the 190 range and you start fasting, we'll see if you have a similar thing.
Oh, so you. Okay.
Yeah, it's constant.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's constant. It's just a constant stomach pain. It's just constant. It's there now. It's always there. That's what makes my fasting hard. And I'll have a couple of days. Where it's not there at all, and I just feel crazy good. But for the most part, it's just there, lingering, just like
His stomach is eating his back.
Yeah.
we're gonna eat your back out.
That's what the pain is.
But it's not. It's mild though.
The microbials in your guts trying to eat through the lining of your back.
How strong you been going so far?
This isn't the video for that.
Oh, you want to talk about it? Okay, cool. All right. Well, energy levels are good. And yeah, man. So since Chris is being busy, this goes into the video. It was Stephen and Chris, both being very productive citizens in the world. I forgot where I just put this. Oh, bam, okay.
You got a video for us?
Yeah, I got a video for us, and this video pertains to sex. It pertains to sex and how.
And we were just talking about that.
No, we weren't. This video didn't hit you yet. We were talking about sex, and it's like Timon.
Chris, were we not just talking about that?
It's like
Yes.
Timon and Pumbaa. You know, he said it, and then I mentioned it. You know what I mean, but when you're working hard, how often do you have time to have sex? And I came across this video that talks about that, which I think you all will like it.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out. All right. Now, here it is.
Older men change too. It ain't just women. Men change too when we get older and shit. Like, we can't fuck the same. No, not at all. The older we get, no, we can't fuck the same shit. Sometimes niggas don't even be thinking about fucking like that, though. For real, though. Just imagine doing this for 50 years. Just 50 years, just picking up all different sizes of bitches. 50 fucking years.
Look at his
Niggas get tired of that shit. 50 years of that shit, no. Niggas can't be thinking about fucking all the time. Not successful, man. No, successful older man, we don't be thinking about fucking. We be having other shit on our mind, like taxes and when our kids moving out. Payroll. Motherfuckers depend on us. We got payroll. We ain't got time to be cuddling with your ass all the goddamn time. And if we are cuddling with you, we ain't thinking about you. You know what we thinking about? When I'm gonna get the feeling back in my goddamn arm. From your big ass laying on it for 2 hours. If I want to grab a titty, I can't feel it. Got no time to be cuddling with you, motherfucker. I got payroll in the morning. Grab that goddamn pen and help me crunch these numbers, bitch.
Yeah, so that made me think. When you're on your journey and you're, starting a business or you're handling your business, how often do you have time, or like what's the frequency or the range of when you just normally would have sex, or when you actually think about sex if you're not thinking about the stuff that you're being productive in? I mean, this goes for both.
Who do you want to go first?
I mean, I can go first.
Oh wow,
I mean,
that's a first.
no,
That's
it's not.
definitely a
Yes,
first.
it is.
It's not a
Yes,
first.
it is.
No, it's not. I have the footage. But I mean, I'll think about. But me personally, I don't be thinking about sex like that, And it's not because, well, maybe it's because, but I'm not really looking for anyone at the moment. But like when, like you don't necessarily have time to do that. When I was in a relationship, there were times where I'm just like, you know what, I am focused on my goal. And if a girl spends the night or something like that, then maybe. But it's not like a day-to-day thing, because you can't spend time with your girl or a particular woman on consecutive days. So it may not happen as frequently as it would if I wasn't, focused on the goal. So for me personally, if I was in a relationship, I would say you get about 2 good ones. You feel me? You get 2 good nights. Maybe Sunday night, maybe Saturday night, but on a weekday, shit, you better pack a lunch. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't see it being as frequent. Y'all can probably go into deeper detail and I can expound from there. But that's basically
Okay.
how I feel about it.
So,
How do you feel about it, Steven?
I mean, I think that overall, I'm on the same page, man. I'd be busy. I mean, and I could be even more busy, but just with like working with clients and my own personal health journey, thinking about what's the next step, I'm thinking more about, where's my next drop coming from? You know what I mean? How am I going to make that happen? I would say even when I was married, I mean, like I don't know. I wasn't, I mean, it got to the point where it was every couple weeks, and part of that is also because, it wasn't as, successful. But, I mean, I just, in general, I think that you have two different types of men. And you're going to have ones that really just chase sex, chase pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to chase it. And then you have other men that are going to not as much. And they're going to be focused on other things. Doesn't mean they're not necessarily successful. But for whatever reason, right? Low self-esteem, no confidence, just being whatever, right? That would be a reason that they would not be chasing it. But I don't know. To me, it's not. It's just like, listen, if I'm with somebody, then if it happens, it happens. Yada yada yada. But it's not something that I'm necessarily out chasing. So
yeah. How about you, Chris?
I'm gonna say that. I think that thinking about sex, chasing vagina all the time is for young men and old men. So like if you're a teenage guy or whatever, maybe early 20s, and you don't have a clear purpose in life and you're just spinning your wheels chasing vagina, that makes sense. You don't you don't have any focus. If you're and when I say old, I don't really mean old, but like older men that are settled. So like if you're 45, 50, you've already made it and you don't have as much to do as far as maybe you have more free time, you can spend time on that. But I feel like in your late 20s and your 30s, if you're on your purpose, you're not worried about sex as much. I mean, I don't know, because I speak from a place of, I'm not lacking. So that could be part of it too. I don't know. Maybe somebody who's in the desert might have a different take on it. But I'm not trying to put my business out there. I can get sex whenever I want, and I don't.
I get it when I want.
I don't. It's not something that rules me at all. And
Go to them strip clubs.
Like it's a
Get you a prostitute.
it's you waste a lot of resource. You waste a lot of resources on sex. It's not even just
the action.
The action.
It's everything leading up to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of resources, and also there's physical resources that are wasted.
Energetical.
And minerals. I mean, it's a lot. So one of the things, I do my best not to ejaculate too much. Maine messaged me last night or the night before. He said that semen retention boosts testosterone by 400%.
Wow.
So
you can actually still come without coming, though. Like if you know about Kama Sutra.
Right.
Like it's like an internal ejaculation.
Right. I do that all the time. I actually used to practice it. I practiced it for a little while. It's hard. But then if you're with a certain type of woman and they don't know that you came, they get upset. Like if you don't come,
yeah,
you need to come.
You come like, look, I'm good. Like I need my energy. Because as soon as you come, you get all kinds of yawns and tears coming up. I'm tired. I'm sleepy, man.
Tears.
Well, because if you yawn, you don't get tears sometimes when you yawn. Are you too gangster? But I don't. No tears. I don't know tears.
No, I mean not really. No, I mean I'm trying to see your.
He's just talking about eyes water.
Yeah, eyes water when you
said tears.
Well, same difference.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah, they can't come from the tear ducts.
Look, you just have to be a rebel. You want to be a rebel. I want to find a way to rebut this. But
I mean, I don't think they're the same.
Oh,
really?
I mean, you have your eyes watering. I mean,
yeah, if your eyes water,
you might have a hair in your eye. It waters a little
out.
bit. It's watering because it it's trying to lubricate the eyeball so you can remove the hair. I feel like a tear is when it leaves the duct and then runs out your cheek. That's a
It
tear.
actually comes from a different part of your eye.
Okay, it can come from back here. It can come from the top part.
You know,
It doesn't matter where it comes from. If it don't run down your face,
It's
It ain't
not
a
a
tier.
tier.
It's not a tear.
That's my personal opinion.
So okay.
So do you get watery eyes when you yawn?
I mean, I have in life
Okay,
before, but
so
not
watery
typically.
eyes then. Let's take back tears and let
mean,
water.
you said what you said.
Yeah, I mean, okay, and I took it back.
You cry.
I took it back. I do cry. I mean, I haven't cried in a minute, but shit, I do cry.
I be crying sometimes.
You know what I mean? I be
It's
watching.
been a while.
Hey, anime,
Oh man.
that shit makes me cry more than like actual
Anything
humans.
else?
It does something. It makes me, you know what I mean? Like I was watching Demon Slayer
it new
yesterday.
episodes?
No, just the movie,
Bruh,
just the
don't be
movie.
Tell me about that, man.
Watching Demon Slayer movie. Oh, actually, they're coming out with a new season next year in April, and they're coming out the it's like the Sword arc. It's coming in theaters, or whatever. I just saw it yesterday. That's why it's so fresh in my mind. But yeah, I was watching Demon Slayer movie last night where Sengoku was fighting the dude that looked like Gaara with all the face makeup or whatever, and he was getting his ass whooped. And I was just watching. I'm just like, how do people not like this? Like, how can you watch this anime? Like, or people who watch anime, how can you see this and be like, oh, I don't like this? Because the action, it was, and the music, the build up, and you just see it like the sad moment with Sengoku. He ended up, spoiler alert. I mean, the movie been out for a minute. He died. He got wrecked. And
So he got wrecked.
I mean, he got wrecked. I mean, he went out with a bang.
He went out like a G.
He
bro.
went out like a G, but he still,
he went out like a G, bro.
Demon Slayer, Mugen Train. You never seen Demon Slayer?
Goku's in it?
His name
my
is
God.
Sengoku.
Oh, I
Or
don't-
Rengoku. But yeah, it's a really good series. But that scene was an emotional part. And most people would cry during that part, but I didn't have like an emotional connection to that character, so I can understand the feel for it. But being in that moment, it made me realize, like, man, like because I put it like this: when you see humans on film and they're acting, it's like I can relate to them. So, and I also understand that this is just acting. But for me, when you watch anime or these 3D films, it's like a completely different world. It's different elements that grab you. So it's not necessarily something that you can say that you experience. And so it like 100% plays on your imagination. And so you get a different type of connection with these fictional, well, at least I get a different type of connection
Right.
with these fictional characters versus like a human. Because like obviously if they're doing a good job acting, but I can still see these people acting, and for anime, for me, it's just completely different.
So a human, which you are, who is acting, is you have less of an attachment because
Yeah.
you know they're acting than a anime character who was drawn by a human who's not acting. They're not even real.
Right.
You have more of an attachment to that.
As far as the emotional connection.
attachment.
They're more real than a human acting.
Yeah.
Because for the character in the anime, it's real. They live in a different dimension.
Okay, I won't say that it's more real than a human acting, but they are more animated. So their expressions, everything is bigger.
And also, you get more time in anime.
Way more time.
You get more time to actually develop these characters. So if you're just watching a movie,
Yeah.
you get this hour and a half, 45 minutes. But with the anime, it's like a build up over seasons. I mean, it could be the same thing with like a Game of Thrones character, but you don't necessarily. I mean, I don't necessarily cry over any Game of Thrones characters, but it's just a different type of connection for me. I mean, I'm only speaking for me, and I mean, even when you're a kid or when I was a kid, you watch Lion King or something like that. That shit hit much harder than like Titanic. You know what I mean? Tell me you didn't cry more over Lion King than you did with motherfucking Jack sinking to the bottom.
I didn't cry at all for either.
Oh, you a gangster. Going
never-
back.
I don't know. I never said
top
that.
G, huh?
Steve said no tears. My eyes don't. I don't cry when my eyes.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah, right.
no.
My
First of all, I never said
I don't
that.
cry. I get watery eyes.
No, but like I don't know. Like I didn't. Okay, so the last animated movie or animated anything that I saw that made me cry, it was Transformers, and I'm trying to think of which
You
one.
cried off Transformers with Mark Wahlberg?
I'm trying to think of which one it was. It was
Or
like
Shia LaBeouf.
the one with like I'm trying to think of the name. It was like the one with the dinosaurs. So like when they first brought the Dinobots in, and Optimus had the big sword, and they killed him in the woods. I cried.
I didn't even know they had a season with Dinobots.
It was just it was like a cameo, basically. But I think they have a movie coming out that's like the Dinobots.
They're
movie.
still milking this BS.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't like how when they made them look the way they look and all that. I don't like that. I prefer Transformers to look like cartoon Transformers, boxy and da 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 da. And then
I've never seen it. Like the cartoons. Like I'm aware of it.
Wait,
like,
you never seen the Transformers
the
cartoon?
Yeah, I never watched it.
Wow.
What?
Mel.
It was never appealing to me. Like robot to me, it looked like robots. It was never appealing.
They
to
were
me.
robots. They were robots.
robots in disguise. They're disguised as
Robots in
cars.
disguise. That's exactly what they are.
I never had like I never liked robots.
Okay.
Like people like Star Trek and the Star Wars. Any films that take place in Galaxy didn't like that. And
Wow.
Like robots, it never attracted me. Like the first kind of robot stuff is Gundam Wing that I enjoyed, which is anime. But other than that,
But so you like Gundams, but you don't like Transformers?
But Transformers was much younger. And
Okay.
Gundam was when I was like a teenager. And I remember Transformers when I was like a kid. And I just gravitated towards like Street Sharks or Ninja Turtles or X-Men or Spider-Man.
I liked all them too.
Yeah, we
Sonic.
liked all those too. Street Sharks was not
That's one of your
That's my alarm.
one of his
for
biddies.
Football. My biddies?
What are your babies?
Nah, ain't nobody rocking with me, man.
That's
Single
that's
as a
for
Pringle.
you. That's your fault.
What's my
I
favorite?
have a childhood deep emotional connection to Transformers.
Okay, I feel that.
I mean, like I'm sure Chris would agree. I don't know, but we grew up on
I
Transformers.
used to have an Optimus Prime. I don't know if you remember. I used to have one of the original. It was made out of metal, and you could
die-cast.
transform him.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I had a Starscream.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Starscream is a villain.
Yes.
So you've never seen the movie?
Wow.
None of them. You've never
I've seen the first one with has Megan Fox in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. And like bees, like the little Mustang or whatever.
He's not a Mustang.
Not
Did you-
Mustang, the Chevy, right? Camaro.
Wow.
It's a Chevy, ain't it?
Yeah, but you called it a Mustang.
My bad. It looks like a Mustang.
No.
And
it
before
doesn't.
that, what was the original car?
The truck?
No, that's
That's the main dude,
that's
right?
Optimus.
He a truck.
Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee.
Originally,
He's
before he
yellow.
was a Chevy. What was he actually?
Woo.
Wow.
I couldn't tell you,
It was a
brother.
Volkswagen Beetle.
I was a Beetle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was in the movie too, but
I don't have, like you have an emotional connection to it. I
crazy.
don't.
I mean, it's Transformers.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. Like when people got hyped for it when it came out, I was just like, okay, like it's new to me. It's new to me.
Yeah, but they messed up the movies in my opinion.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
you know.
They mess up the movies, but I mean, the cartoon.
The cartoon was legit.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
It's no difference from when
Did you like G.I. Joe?
I never seen G.I.
Oh
Joe.
my God.
I mean, I'm aware of it, but I just
Yeah, but you never watched G.I.
G.I.
Joe?
Joe,
Yeah,
American Hero.
maybe it's like a channel or a time we didn't wake up. It's not like I went out of my way not to see it. I just never had the opportunity to see it. You know, it's
It's
just
Turtles.
oh yeah, that's Ninja
Dude,
Turtles.
G.I. Joe was. I mean,
I think G.I. Joe did come on pretty early.
I remember we used to be up every Saturday morning, man. We
6:30 we was up. Saturday morning cartoon. Can you imagine now children don't know anything about Saturday morning
Saturday
cartoons?
morning cartoons was you would wake up. It was
was
like
the
Christmas.
It was Christmas.
You would
every
wake
week.
up Saturday morning, you'd eat or whatever,
Get your cereal.
and you sit and you watch cartoons for hours.
Hours. That
Like-
was so lit.
Like then your parents would kick you out,
Got
then you
kicked
go
out of the
outside
house.
and you
Yeah.
play outside for hours.
We used to watch.
That was the life.
It was a good time,
we used to
man.
do Disney, like what's the dude that be swimming in the gold, the duck, the
DuckTales.
not duck. Is it duck? That's Ducktales. Okay, Ducktales.
Scrooge. You're talking about
Woo.
Scrooge
Yeah, Scrooge.
McDuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
Scrooge.
okay.
Be swimming in
Yeah.
his coins.
DuckTales, Gummy Bears.
Darkwing
Duck.
Duck. That was my shit. I remember I distinctly remember calling my mom. I was like, "Yo, mom," I said, "Darkwing Duck about to come on. What channel does it come on again?" Because I think it was like a premiere or something. Turn on Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. I was like, "You kill
The
it."
cartoons, they don't have anything like that.
Tailspin.
They don't.
There's nothing like that now.
they tried to like reboot or like remake it, but it never captures the exact same feel. It's like there's no original ideas when it comes to a lot of the films or cartoons they do. They try to just make new ones. They try to make a new Powerpuff Girls. Like, what the hell? Like, if they was to try to make a new Rugrats or something like that, that would be horrible, you know?
Yeah.
But like, only thing that I know about what kids have nowadays is what the shark thingy. The like little kids.
I mean, that's those you're talking about, like toddlers.
But what is
I mean, they have PJ Masks. They're cats
okay
that are superheroes, which is it's kind of cool. I could imagine if I was a kid, I would like PJ Masks.
But that ain't nothing like Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
The
Like,
animation's different.
I mean, yes, the animation is. They do a lot of 3D animation now. Like me personally, I'm not a fan of the 3D animation most times. I think most times it's not done well. It's cheap. It's lazy. Like you think, oh, it's technology. Yeah, you're right. But it's lazy because now everything's computer generated. The characters move all blocky and weird versus with, the hand drawn. Let's be honest, nothing. These computers, everybody's doing this AI generator thing on their face now.
I was thinking about doing that, but I was
Bro,
like,
don't do that because they're capturing your image and they're doing something with it.
Yeah, everyone's fucking doing
Everyone's doing it.
What?
It's just Steve don't know. He's off social media.
Yeah, he's off social media.
There's a trend now where there's this AI. You give the AI a photo of you, and it puts you in different scenarios with different types of clothes on, and you know what I mean.
I mean, they look cool as shit. I think they look cool as shit.
They're like your body.
It's mainly like it's like a portrait shot.
And then it makes you.
I'll show you because Isaiah has some.
Isaiah has a lot.
Yeah, he's been posting.
It makes you into who you want. Like
it puts you in characters and stuff.
Sounds like what they're doing is they're
Taking
getting
your
people
fucking
ready
soul.
for this virtual world
like that.
Oh, okay.
And of course, it smooths your face out. You have no texture to your face.
I can see why people like it.
Yeah, I mean it's cool.
Okay.
I guess I'm automatically turned off by stuff like that because I know it's not just for entertainment and cool.
Yeah.
Like if I knew that it was just like, oh, this is just for fun, this is just an innovation thing. Yeah, I'd like
catalog, B.
I would like it, but I know it's not like that. But yeah, that's basically what it is, man. It's cheap. So they're not hand drawing it. The energy and intention that goes into like building cartoons is completely different now. The writing is different. It's very lazy. Everything's super lazy now. So
yeah, they're taking the easy way out. I mean, the thing is, like, I see the AI, that thing. I was like, man, because I'll see like RDC where they posted some of their pictures on IG. I was like, fuck. I was like, I download the app because I wanted to see what it's about, but you have to pay like $6 in order to get those images, but you can get up to like 20 images or whatever. And I was just like, man, I really want to do this. And I was like, I know what's happening, but I really want to do this. But I didn't do it.
Yeah, man. They just take that stuff and it gets loaded into the facial
recognition.
Yeah, I can't say that word right now. Snapchat does the same thing.
yeah, Snapchat is crazy.
Does the same thing. And people, they just think it's all fun and da-da-da-da. And literally, it just keeps updated pictures of you. And at one point, they got sued, and from Texas, somebody in Texas sued them, and then Instagram and Snapchat had to remove certain augmenting reality filters because they got sued, and it went away from Instagram for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then I guess it ended up going through whatever, and then they were able to use it again. But it was just like, does this not pique your interest to why they would get in trouble for taking your image and recording the data that allows them to augment your face? That means they're recording certain things that they're not supposed to, which is why they got sued. If there were no grounds for it, they would have never removed it. So people
fakes.
just
The problem is Minority Report. It's basically being able to create crimes. You could create crimes that haven't even happened yet, but you could take everybody's data, their whereabouts, their location, everything. Bro, these things are so crazy that there was somebody talking about that their app, their phone, predicted that they were pregnant before they even knew they were pregnant. So basically, this dude was dating this girl, and somehow the phones knew that they were dating, and he started getting ads and stuff about pregnancy before he knew that the girl was
That's
pregnant.
crazy.
AI is getting like
It's crazy.
it's getting more better. Was that a good word? But it's getting more powerful.
It's getting more intelligent.
because they have so many different examples, and Elon, he's doing the Neuralink and all that, but they have a sequence where they were just typing in just the AI of what the AI was needing to do. It was just basically saying create a 200 word essay about an argument of a couple. And the AI did its thing, created a scenario between two people, and it was like a legit argument, like no errors, and like I was just like, yo, I see this is literally Black Mirror, like in reality how it's happening. And so when you match that up with everything that's happened with them taking your face on these apps, I'm just like, you can get, let's just say, like, that would be another way for people to get framed for something that they didn't do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The FBI pulls your phone records. They be like, listen, this came from this text, this phone. I didn't send that text. Well, I mean,
Just imagine if you were like someone like Andrew Tate or Ye, if they was to upload their face to these apps and they have this stuff and they're getting canceled by the world, they can put them in situations where the media is thinking that, oh, we seen you here with this woman and now you have an accusation, or they'll make you be the one who did some grapes with this girl,
Yeah.
And in reality,
or
they'll
get one of them masks, right? One of them real life like masks, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you've taken so many pictures and you've uploaded them,
They have a complete. They know exactly what your face looks like 360.
Right.
But the thing is, our phones are being recorded. So every time you have a text, you have a conversation with it knows how you think. It knows everything. This is the most intimate part of us, these phones. Like, everything's in the phone. It hears everything you say. It's always around you. So it could easily be you. Especially when it's been with you for years.
Yeah. But what do you think about if our phones are always recording us, or if it's listening to our audio, what's the difference between just, looking at your phone or taking a selfie versus just being on an app? Like, what's the
permissions
difference between that?
I think that, for me, the difference is intention. So, like, we know that our phone listens. Like,
Definitely.
we know, because you start talking about something, you'll start getting Facebook ads. You'll start it knows how to target you. I think that for me, there's a difference between like kind of having that as acceptable, understanding that there's certain things it knows, but there's also, I believe, and I may be naive for that hopefully there's some level of protection that doesn't allow them to. I said hopefully.
In America?
We
in America, man.
At some level, there, it's not as egregious. Like, my camera's not always recording. Now, could it be turned on and record me without me knowing? I think that's definitely
You're
possible.
not always recording where it gets your phone.
I don't think that,
but it is.
I don't know if I personally believe my camera's always recording, and the reason for that is because you have apps that make you that ask. Snapchat, for example, of course, Snapchat.
So you believe just because they asked,
Well,
they're not.
I just said that, as I said, I may be a little naive for this, but yes, I do believe that. Is it listening? I think it's always listening. Is it always recording like video? I do not believe that it's always recording.
I would say that it's not always recording.
I think if somebody wanted to hack my phone and start looking and seeing what's around, I think it absolutely can be
100%. That's not even a question.
But I don't think that it's just like no random person is going to do that. I think that it would be used in the sense of, I don't know, if the government was trying to find somebody and they could start accessing cell towers and people's phones to use facial I can't say this word.
Facial recognition.
Yeah, they can start tracking faces. Right, I believe that is absolutely going to be done. But Snapchat particularly says as soon as you open the app, it starts recording. It tells you in their security policy. So whether you take a picture or you do anything, as soon as it opens, it's recording. And then it also saves everything forever. And it can use any one of your pictures or videos that you take and use it for profit, and they don't have to tell you, and they don't have to pay you, and you can't sue them.
Mark Zuckerberg, he puts him, the whatever guy, Mark Zuckerberg, the one who creates Facebook, even on his own laptop, he puts like a strip of film over it.
I have it on my.
This is not anything new.
Yeah.
Like, you can tap into any camera. Yes.
Right.
If you're a hacker, you could tap into any camera. If you know how to do a proper Google search, you could tap into most cameras. It's not, but the fact to say that the camera is always recording, no, because it would drain your battery, number one. So you're going to lose a lot of battery life. And also you have to think, yes, companies can do X, Y, Z, but also there's hackers out there that are just regular people that are looking for what companies are doing. Like, they would be exposed. If the camera was literally always on, we would know. Yeah. There's enough independent hackers out there to be like, yo, look at what Samsung's doing. Look what Apple's doing. They're always recording you. So, no, I don't think so. But as far as Steve said, yeah, there was a movie called God's Eye, I think.
Yep. With Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
I like that guy.
So that's 100% legit. Because these cameras are connected to the internet. And as long as it's connected to the internet, then someone can control it. Even if you have a short range frequency, you can control it. Like, even if it's not connected to the internet, as long as it has power, you can control it.
Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eye? I thought it was called God Eye.
Yeah, it was with the plane, and it was like a ball. Yeah.
You might be talking about a different movie.
Maybe.
Because there's an old movie, which I didn't think he was in. I thought it was like Jamie Foxx or something, maybe. I don't know.
Is it a newer movie?
The movie I'm talking about is old.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's Eagle Eye. 2008. It's old, I guess.
Shia LaBeouf and okay, is that
Michelle Monaghan.
I like movies like
Good.
that.
It's a good movie. You never seen it?
Nah, I'll have to check it. Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Have y'all seen that that movie, Cocaine Bear?
No.
It's like it was a trailer. It's not out yet.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
Like
cocaine, whatever you think of cocaine, and it's
white. Could be white bear, polar bear, Coca-Cola bear.
Oh, it could be the polar bear. Yeah, it's called Cocaine Bear, where a bear.
He does coke.
Well, it's actually based on a true story though, where cocaine drops from an airplane or something, and then a bear gets hint of it, and then he goes ham on his cocaine, and just like people, and it's like, I feel this movie is going to do good.
What? Oh yeah, probably.
It's sort of like that Sharknado type thing. You ever heard of Sharknado?
Yeah, that was trash.
Yeah, but they have like 7 of them. There's an audience for Sharknado. And
It's the same people that you would find in Idiocracy.
Oh.
It's those people.
but
Cocaine Bear. This is a big movie.
it's
movie theater?
Universal. It has a trailer. And I'm just like, yo, this is insane. A cocaine bear.
How do you make a movie about a bear doing coke?
Dude, there's a movie about a rubber tire. So
a rubber tire?
yeah, it's called Rubber. I've watched it like 5 times.
And you don't even watch movies frequently like that.
No, I never do. But it's so bad that I make people watch it, and I watch it with them.
It's just so many things that people are watching, and I'm just like, man, America's doomed.
Yeah, we're doomed.
We're doomed. You heard about the Brittany Griner, right?
Yes.
You heard about her?
This is on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, Brittany Griner, the WNBA player. She's back home. She's back in the States, and there were mixed emotions and mixed reviews. And how do you all feel about that? How do you all feel about Brittany Griner coming home, or she got traded for the Merchant of Death? Someone with the name of the Merchant of Death.
Hey man, I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead. That's why I never go first.
I'll keep it simple, I guess. Do I think, because we talked about this when it happened.
Back then, yeah.
Yeah. So, as I said before, I think that the sentencing obviously was harsh, but that's based upon living in America, right? And then understanding where she was at and what their rules are. If that's their rules, right? Do I think that, we should have helped? Sure. Why not? Right? I don't have any problem with that. Here's where my problem comes in. The problem is that what we gave to what we got it doesn't add up to me.
That makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have got her. I'm not saying that, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, obviously, if you in her position or if you're like a family or friend, you don't care what happens. You just want her. Like,
Right.
I want
and
her.
I completely understand that.
Because if one of y'all were over there, I'd be like, yo, I need my guys. I don't care who y'all got to get.
Trade the Merchant of Death, trade
Yeah,
Osama bin Laden, trade
whatever
them all.
y'all got to do, get it.
It doesn't. I mean, I understand that from a family or anyone that's close to her, anyone that knows her point of view. Like, I get it. I respect it. I do the same thing. But obviously, being emotionally unattached, making a decision based upon logistics, and as a president, that's not a fair trade. And then now they're trying to, now wheel and deal for Peter Whelan, who I don't know who he is or what his, but they still got to get him. And it's just like, you're telling me that the Merchant of Death wasn't worth two people? Like, you couldn't get both of them with one person?
For me, it's not even about two people. It's more about we're talking about someone who knowingly went to a different country that has different rules and different, laws, and still went over there with a vape. And yes, it's sucky. It shouldn't happen, but this is their laws, and this is their way of living. And so if she get caught, and she got caught. But then you also look at who they already have over there in Russia. They have someone who works for the military over there, and they trade a WNBA lesbian star, because that's what it is. Yeah. And they trade her for someone that's called the Merchant of Death. I don't know the super details about him, but
he's an arms dealer.
But an arms dealer with the military, like someone who's fighting for the country, who's fighting for freedom and the beliefs that America stand for. So in the bigger scheme, if you say forget him, we're gonna get the WNBA star. It's just like, what are we really doing here? Because they aren't legitly doing this for her. They're doing this for a scheme to make it seem like, they're setting up for the next election.
It's political.
It's always going to be political. And so, like, a lot of people, is an NFL player. He served the military, or his family served the military. And Michael Parsons is his name. He plays for Dallas. Like, his first reaction was just like, we have someone fighting for our country who's still
he's a soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said Peter Whelan, and I.
No, I didn't say Peter Whelan.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought he's not an arms dealer. I'm sorry. Never mind. I confused myself. Continue.
Okay. But yeah, they're fighting for you. Like, you have someone over there who's fighting for our country, and Micah Parsons is just like, what the hell is this? Like, why aren't we, trying to get him versus getting someone who's just an NBA star and who actually
WNBA.
Yeah, true that. WNBA. Well, I mean, way this world going, she could be NBA pretty soon. But WNBA star, So to me, I get it. Do your thing, get your homie back. But on the bigger scheme, I don't rock with it like that. I don't think it's fair.
It's a bad deal.
It's a horrible deal. It's a horrible deal on the bigger scheme of things. Chris, how do you feel?
Look, Skip.
Skip.
I'm gonna put it like this, Skip. I think that it's I'm glad I'm emotionally detached from all this, because I would be frustrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's obvious to anybody with two brain cells that can rub together at a moderate speed. That this doesn't make no seriously, like anyone who has any knowledge about this space, right? Because there's a lot of people who are just ignorant. They just thinking, we know Britney, she was in the news. We don't know this other dude. We didn't even know he existed until now. So a lot of people are just like, yeah, get her back, duh, right? So anybody who has any business speaking about this space intelligently knows that this is stupid, right? It doesn't make any sense. Yes, I agree with y'all. Get her back. I think that the sentence was harsh. We have harsh laws. There are men in jail right now because they had weed on them. They caught them with weed 3 times. And they're in jail for life, not for 9 years. So for us to be like, oh, Russia's so bad, like, bro, come on, 3 strikes. Like, we do the same stuff here. So it's not like they're doing something so terrible. Like, we have the similar laws here, harsher laws here. I think that if she would have gone over there for the first time with weed and somehow made it past TSA or whatever, I don't know, or got caught and they put her in jail for 9 years, that would be different. That would be, I mean, because like they say when you go to a different city or a different state, you have to know the laws of that city or state or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's unreasonable. You know what I mean? I think it's.
You think it's unreasonable to know the laws?
It's unreasonable to expect people to know all the laws in all 50 states. It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable for people to know the laws in all the countries in the world. It's completely unreasonable. So if you know by their passport and their travel records, this is the first time they've been in this country and they're doing something that's against your laws, but it's not against the laws in their country, I think it's fair to give them a warning and send them home. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree with that.
Now, if they're murdering people, that's illegal virtually everywhere, right? So we understand that. But with that being said, with the government and the officials that are in power being knowledgeable about this and being the type of people that should be able to make these decisions, yeah, it was a stupid decision.
But with all that being said, it wasn't her first time.
Right. So with it being her second time or whatever.
I mean, she's gone over there multiple times.
She's been over there. She's been playing over there.
Right. But she's been caught with it multiple times? No. So we don't know. It's assumed that she knows the laws.
I mean, I'll say this. I mean, when you are, it's a drug. Like, I mean, you know, if you get on a plane and you know, man, maybe I shouldn't take this, right? Like, you just know that you should think twice about taking
other
knife.
players have probably told her. I'm sure people have managers who are like, hey, you can't have weed here. There's certain things that people are gonna tell these people because they know we would typically do X, Y, Z.
She knows.
So it's just like when you go to what's that place with money, Dubai. You go to Dubai. You've never been there. I've never been there, but we've all heard about their harsh rules and regulations. I know that if I ever was going to go to Dubai, I would do some research on the rules.
So that should be the exact same thing that you should do, regardless if it's unreasonable.
Well, I just know Dubai. I would have gone to Germany with weed, not known any better.
Would you not?
You would have checked.
If you smoke,
you wouldn't just be like, I'm just on the plane.
Yeah, like if you smoke, like. Do you
if I'm flying out of Colorado and I'm going to Russia, I'm not checking Russia to know if it's legal or not.
That's just stupid. That's just being stupid.
You wouldn't?
No.
You would do that. You would not just take weed to another country.
Yes, me.
That's what we're saying.
Me, Chris James, yes. But if I was a smoker and I live in a state where it is legal, people get on the plane in the United States and go to other states with weed, not thinking, oh, should I check?
I mean,
because it's legal where they are.
I mean,
if you
get through.
I think that in the United States, though, if you are from, let's say, Colorado or Washington State
or California,
when it's legal there, I think if you're caught with it, I think that you're okay.
They say, like, when they made the laws for the marijuana a little bit more lenient, they say you can fly out from Cali to go to Ohio or a state where it's not legal, but you're responsible to know that. Yeah. And if you get caught, it's on you. But you can do that.
Right. So you can leave Colorado because that's the state. But when you get to Ohio and you try to leave Ohio with that weed, it's different.
To leave.
Right. Because who's checking your bag when you land?
And
Nobody.
Also, you can do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, for real, like, I mean,
who's checking your bag when you land? There's no enforcement.
Right. She had this in a vape pen, right? So a vape pen is small.
Yeah,
it's
liquid.
Oil. It's like I'm surprised they even found it. I guess dogs sniffed it or whatever.
Yeah, she was set up.
They don't have dogs.
I mean, those
she said she was set up.
Those pens, they don't even unless you're vaping it, you don't even smell it. We went down to the beach a few years ago. and one of my boys was driving or whatever, and he was vaping weed all weekend, and I'm like, I don't even smell it. Like, it doesn't even smell like
Well, isn't
weed.
it THC?
Yeah,
it's
it's
not.
Right, it's different.
It's like an oil.
It's just like it's so. I believe. I don't care what she says. Like, I believe it was intentional. Like, I'm gonna take my weed with me. You know, I'm from Colorado. I'm WNBA star. Let's put yourself in that position. Like, I've been over here years before. I play in Russia. Like, I got money. Like, ain't nobody bothering me. It just so happens that you got caught.
Maybe she
got
got
set
the,
up.
the wrong TSA agent that day.
Maybe.
They weren't feeling too good about the politics that were happening in America.
Right,
Because
but-
you also have to think this is the time that the war was happening.
Right.
It was so they can use this like, this is leverage.
Exactly. Like, it.
Yeah, I mean,
No
I
matter
think she was-
how. No matter how.
I
Even
think
if
she was probably set up.
even if she was set
Yeah.
up, like, you put yourself in this position, and
You need to take responsibility.
You gotta take
for it.
responsibility.
That's what comes with it. Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
It's sad. And so, I mean, I think it's ignorant. Like, me, if I go to a different country, if I go to a different continent, like in Asia,
they're not coming to get you.
it's like you, but the thing is, like, you would have to know things that you should and should not do because people get banned. Like, and us being in America, we had this, like, it's not reasonable, but to have, like, it'll be good to have someone say, hey, all right, this is your first time. But they are not as lenient in those other countries. You should know our laws. Because a lot of countries, if you don't know their language and the things that they represent, they get offended by that.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if you're in business and you have business with an Asian person that speaks Chinese or Japanese, it is respectful to know their language. They have more respect for you when you know their language, and business deals can get done a lot more easier. So I'm just like, no, you have to know those laws, and regardless if you've done it before, I would never go into a different country where cats are way more strict. I would never put myself in a position to get captured or have an excuse to get arrested. That's just irresponsible.
I think just in general, drugs are universally bad.
Yeah.
Right? They're illegal.
I mean,
universally.
weed isn't really a drug. Though.
I'm just-
But
in
it's-
a lot of
I'm
countries,
just-
in a lot of countries, it's legal.
I'm just saying, like, just
a lot of
even
countries
as a
it's not, like
normal,
Russia.
even as a normal human person, I think that when the person thinks drugs, even weed, even people that smoke, like, they understand that in one place it's okay, and in another place it's not. So it doesn't matter if I'm going to Canada, if I'm going to Russia, Germany, Australia. If I am a smoker, or if I want to do any other drug,
You're gonna find a way to
I'm
get
going to. Well, yes, that I'm gonna find a way if I want to take it, or I'm gonna find a connect when I get there.
Yeah.
right. Which is what she should have done.
And that's what that most artists and athletes, they do when
just
they get there.
get
'cause
a
they said it.
connect there. Don't take it with you. Like, it to me it's just stupid.
Yeah.
And which says to me that she I mean, you listen. She's a millionaire. She's got to be a millionaire.
She's,
sure.
she's at least. I
She's
mean,
got to have at least
yeah.
a million. Yeah, 'cause
her contract isn't gonna pay her $1 million a
No.
year, but she should.
yeah,
if
because
she's not blowing all her
she
money.
is probably the biggest star in the WNBA.
Was
Well,
well, shit. If anything,
you
it's
think they're gonna bring it back?
yeah, of course.
That's crazy. Anyway, all you have to do is tell somebody, "Hey, man, hook me up, man. Give me some, give me a little weed." You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it is because they had Ja Rule or Boosie and a few other rappers that were talking with Vlad, and they were talking about that situation, and they said they've been over there plenty of time smoking weed.
You think that they
Honest,
take
honest.
it with them? You think they take pounds of Kush with them? They just get it over there.
Exactly, it's over there. You
Like,
just
why
can't
would you
bring
do
drugs.
that?
That's literally like
It's just an accident. I wasn't
exporting.
thinking. Man,
That's like exporting drugs to a different country.
You
That's
want to
literally
get
like
on a
exporting.
plane and go in the
trafficking.
bathroom,
trafficking.
turn on the fan, hit your little vape pen a few times. You be like, come on, man. You just got caught, man. Like, once again, and like I said, we all agree. And I think I don't know. I guess most people wouldn't agree because there's a lot of people out there that are just, they don't care.
there's a lot of people in favor of her coming back, but once again, these are people that are ignorant to what we're actually talking about.
Because what is going to put them in a position to do is that when it comes around, Biden could be like, or the Democrats in general could be like, well, we mess with black people, man. We brought Brittany Griner home.
Yeah, and it's the LGBT. You have to think about
Yeah.
every box that she checks.
Yeah.
An athlete, a woman, a black woman, LGBT. Like, bro, come on.
she's checking all the boxes.
Yeah.
So she's the perfect opportunity vantage point to get the people like, okay, we can get
So
the
they're going to
people
be like,
now.
yeah, Democrats, they care about us, man. We know what it is.
So wouldn't it make sense for the Democrats to set her up to take the fall in the first place so they could orchestrate this all?
I mean,
Hey,
I mean,
if you're looking at the bigger scheme of things, it makes sense.
yeah.
You know, so So that situation, it sucks, but hey, it's like I seen most people posting on Facebook. I was in the gym and I see, I'm like, I said she's free. I'm just like happy, but I'm like,
It's a bad deal at the end of the day. That's uh-oh.
We doing more gifts?
Not more gifts. Is it more gifts?
Is this Steven? Steven, you get another gift, man?
I don't think it's for me this
Steve,
time.
listen. Hold on.
I don't think it's for me this time.
Listen, I wanna celebrate my brother.
I mean,
He's been holding it down.
he's been going ham out here.
You know what I mean? He's been working for the people. No, I'm joking. This is for my boy Mel, who is
man.
also my brother. I know you was pretty jealous last week or whenever Steve got
I
his
was
gift.
jealous. I was happy for him.
I know he was happy but jealous at the same time. But where my gift at?
You got that strawberry wrapping paper.
They was still making your stuff. Your stuff is custom.
Oh man,
See what I'm saying?
we gotta do this, man. Oh man.
Yeah. So you know me. I just been in a mood lately. I've been getting stuff for people, but this
Must
probably,
be that holiday spirit.
yeah, I guess a holiday spirit. Yeah, it lasts for months, doesn't it?
Sagittarius. Am I allowed to open this here?
No, it's crazy. Like it's my birthday month and I'm giving out gifts.
No,
what
man.
kind of nonsense is that?
All about
That's
that.
exactly. That's how you know I don't care about my birthday.
Am I allowed to open it here?
Yeah.
Or should I wait?
So wait for what?
I don't know, man.
It might be a sex toy or something. What do you think?
That's a big sex toy.
Mel, what kind of stuff you be on?
Hey, man. I need.
Said, am I allowed to
This
open
my
this?
flashlight.
Wow. I don't even think a horse needs one.
If a fleshlight was that big, a woman would not want to. Well, maybe most.
You need one of them 7 foot, them 8 foot.
Hey
I'm
man,
trying to back up. Hold on. I'm trying to stand up.
edit this.
Mel,
man.
what in the
Jeez.
world
I'm
are
trying
you
to,
doing?
I gotta get up. I don't have enough room.
Dang.
Just
I needed to back my chair
You
up.
orchestrating this whole thing.
try not to destroy the paper.
Oh.
You better destroy that paper.
I wanna save this. And then use it to rewrap something later.
Re-gift. And that man said that on camera too.
Right.
Re-gift. I'm using this wrapping paper.
No, we did you ever heard of White Elephant?
Yeah, was like a Secret Santa, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Sounds like it.
A custom rug tuffing. Oh shit, hold on. I feel like I'm like a kid on Christmas now.
I mean,
It's better than
Hey.
Christmas.
you better appreciate it while you got it, cause Christmas.
Oh yeah, Christmas.
I don't think you're gonna be opening too many more.
Ain't nothing happening for Christmas.
Alrighty. Oh, this is nice.
Oh, sucker now.
What y'all know about that, man?
Hey,
This is sick.
hey, that's clean.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
Man, you'd be surprised how hard it was to get that thing.
And it's like to the size.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah, that's
this
my
is
first time
dope.
seeing it too.
That's clean.
Oh man, you know what's funny? I was not particularly this, but I was thinking about getting a like a rug for my room. This is dope. Thank you, man. I
No
appreciate
problem, no problem.
Man, I might put that in a frame.
it. Nah, son.
I mean, it's one of them
He
things.
could-
It's like
man, this
it's
is
a
really well done too.
It's handmade.
This is nice.
look at his eyes.
This is nice.
Look like they popping out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate this, man.
No problem.
I got Chris a gift too, but I gave it to him off camera.
I actually was looking at it earlier.
It's been over there.
I can't do nothing with it right now.
Shout out to
Oh,
my
that's
homies.
that's right. That's true.
Shout out to my homies, man. See, you know what? This is how you give a effing gift. Because for those all who don't know, I play Smash Brothers. In Smash Bros, Kirby is the character that I play. And I've played him for years. You know what I mean? He's been he's the reason that I started getting competitive in Smash. Like when Brawl came out, that was my guy.
My guy.
Kirby versus just, hey, you know, I'm just give you a gift. Let me give you some luggage. You know?
Dang.
You know what I mean?
Oh man.
No shots, but yeah, I appreciate this, man.
No problem,
This is
man.
sick, man.
That'll hold you for a couple years, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, my birthday is
We're not doing that.
Nah, this is nice. I appreciate it. Okay, Where were we? We were talking about Brittany Griner, but we're done with her. Have you all? Okay, how do you all feel? This actually touches on another subject that's like was kind of like trending in the world, but it also goes into an interesting topic that talks about coworkers and having relations with your coworkers. How do you feel about having relationships with your coworkers that doesn't violate company policies and it's it's just perfectly you just have a nice little relationship?
Talking about friends, or are we talking about like women?
Like women and guys, like having a sexual, just being like boyfriend girlfriend type thing.
Okay, so we're talking about romantic relationships.
Yeah. A romantic relationship with your coworker. How do you all feel about having that? And do you think that's something that's detrimental to the workforce? And the reason why I asked this specifically is because there was a host, well, two hosts of this Good Morning America, where they were being like very hands-on and not necessarily, but they had like good chemistry on camera, and a lot of people came out was like saying the rumors of these people they're dating, but they were like separated from whoever they were in a marriage with, but they were both separated, and now they are getting released, or they were being like leave of absence or something like that because it was a distraction, but it never violated anything or any policies that were within that company. And so now both of these people aren't working because of this rumor. But even the company president of like, I think NBC or ABC said they didn't violate anything. But now they're off air. They've been replaced by two other people. And so I didn't think it was fair, and I was actually with them. Like, I mean, it's a black and white chick, so Chris probably don't rock with that, but but love is love.
He's light skinned.
Oh wait, there were two women.
He's real light skinned.
No, it's a guy.
Oh, you said it was a black and white chick.
Okay, yeah.
It's a black dude and a white chick.
Yeah,
Okay.
Black dude and a white chick. Yeah. And black dude and a white chick. And I thought it was good. If anything, I felt like they could have capitalized on that because a lot more people were tuning in to see these people, and the ratings actually were going up because of this.
Because they had good chemistry.
Not just that, because
of the scandal.
Because it was like a scandal of them, but they didn't violate any like policy or anything. And so I mean, obviously it's not anything important, but I thought that they were done wrong. They were done completely wrong because you also think it's the leftists and a lot of left-leaning people. How could you do this? You're married, and all this stuff, but they were both like separated, and now they're like trying to come out with all this stuff to make it seem like he was just sleeping with all these other girls, and I'm just like, man.
But
now,
she's only sleeping with him, right?
Right,
Okay.
right. They're gonna tarnish his name and saying that he was just sleeping with all.
And then she was a victim, right? Like he was taking advantage of her.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, man, it sucks because I've been in situations where I had relations with co-workers, but we can talk about that after that. But how do you all feel about not this situation in particular, but also being with coworkers, having relations with coworkers in a sexual manner, but not at work?
Chris, you can go first. I went first last time.
I think that in this particular situation, it's clearly unfair, right?
Yeah.
So that's no problem. Just sue them. Because if you have company policy and you have not broken company policy, you haven't done anything on camera that was, inappropriate, then you're going to get sued now. Like, I'm sure they're on a leave of absence with pay. I don't know what's going on. I just know what you told me. But I'm sure that they're getting paid or something because they would get sued. And they would have to, the company would have to pay out way more. I think from a PR standpoint, they should have spun it. On-screen romance, and taking advantage of all of the quote-unquote negative attention. Because let's be honest, a lot of these shows, they're like news anchors or something.
Yeah.
Negative.
They're not getting any views anyway. Most YouTubers are getting more views than these TV shows.
Especially on TV, yeah.
So take advantage of who cares, bro? We live in a society where you can have a photo shoot of children with bears with bondage gear on and put it out as an advertisement. Mm-hmm. And y'all are upset because two people fell in love. Mm-hmm. Like this doesn't even compute. Like you're putting an attractive man and an attractive woman together in a workspace, and you expect them to not do anything, like it's absurd. What are we, 3? You know what I'm saying? And this goes for, outside of like in a public sphere where it's just me working at my job and I'm Joe Blow and I'm messing with Anna that works with me. Like, it's to be expected. I think it's ridiculous that companies have policies that, make it seem like you're doing something illegal for what? Falling in love with someone that you work closely with every day? It's retarded.
It's like a common thing. Like, the more that you're around someone, you're just naturally going to build some kind of connection.
Even if they're not attractive to you, being around someone too much, you start finding little things about them. Well, that's kind of cute when she does. I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. I don't think that there should be any like recourse like that. However, what I will say is, I don't know the percentage. I'm sure nobody does, but I would imagine like 90% of relationships fail. Maybe 95, maybe 99. I don't know. Like,
Fail as in they don't go to marriage.
Yeah, they don't go to distance. They don't go to marriage. They don't have children together. They don't die together. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's like 99%. You know what I mean? So it's not a good idea to get into a relationship with somebody that you work with because it's going to fail. And then if you're not mature, then now it becomes a thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to take that risk, go for it, right? But just know that it will probably get awkward when it fails, because it probably is. And then somebody's probably either going to want to lose their job, leave their job, move or something. So just be open to the outcomes. But I don't think that adults should be told who they can and can't.
Like, I'm grown as hell.
Be in relationships. It's absurd. And even when it comes to a higher up messing with somebody who's, not at the same position, it's one thing for the higher up to be using their power in order to essentially take advantage of somebody in a lower position. That's one thing. Probably doesn't happen very much. Happens, but doesn't happen as much as society would like you to think.
Yeah.
It becomes a problem, I guess, if you allow that to happen. It becomes a problem when the girl gets upset. It's usually the girl. Girl gets upset. The dude did her wrong, whatever, sleeping with more.
Call HR.
And now she calls HR and says he used his power. That's where it becomes a problem. Yeah. But outside of that, like, if two people are generally, interested in each other, they're pursuing something together, I think they should be allowed to. Like, how can you stop them? It's a ridiculous law. Like, it's a ridiculous rule in the first place. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. How about you, Steven?
Chris he said most of it.
He said everything in my mind.
He said everything. I'll say this. I agree with everything you said. I was thinking about like past jobs I've had, and at every job I've ever had, I've built some sort of connection with somebody.
Yeah.
There was a woman that I was working with that she was married. Well, she wasn't married at the time.
Mr. Steal Your Girl?
No. She was engaged.
Oh.
She got married after I was working there, but we got really close. Like, not even in the sense of like about to do anything, but I could tell she liked me. You know what I'm saying? I was interested in her, but obviously we never crossed those boundaries. But after you just around somebody all the time, you build that up. It happens. This is why it is very common now for women to have work husbands or men to have work wives. This is a real thing. Like, that's not fake. This is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I had a work wife. Like, and I was married. Like I'm not. No, I never. No.
Oh.
And you over here smiling. I never touched her. We never did anything. But
she ain't had to get HR involved.
Yeah, no, because nothing physical ever happened. But during that, and I'm friends with her still today.
If she would have let you,
I'm not gonna put myself in a position to be looked at as a cheater.
If she was like, Steven, I got some cookies, and I want you to open my cookie jar. Would you open her cookie jar?
But when I met this woman, my relationship was on the way out.
It'd be white chocolate.
I was already a foot and a half out the door. It was literally everything but telling her, listen, I'm done. So maybe. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. But this is this woman that I worked with, we ate lunch every day, like I would bring her little things, she would bring me little things. Like, she was my work wife. So,
Well, it makes going to work more tolerable, doesn't it?
I mean, it wasn't just
Especially if you don't like your job.
I was interested, like, not just to go to work, but I'm like, I see my little girlie today, see what she wearing, you know what I mean? Like, but obviously nothing happened.
It's a little motivation.
So-
let me spray a little extra cologne on the day.
I'll give you two separate views. So as an employee, right, I met my wife at work, right? I met my the last girl that I was dating.
Oh, the carpet spot, right? Or furniture?
Bathroom remodeling.
Bath fitters.
Bath fitter.
Oh, okay.
And then when I was in Delaware, I met somebody else at work, right? It's typically, like, if you think about a normal working adult, they're sleeping 8 hours a day, they're working 8 hours a day, or probably actually 9. So you're talking about 17 hours out of the day. You're sleep, so nothing happened or more, or at work. When do you have time to do other things? Like, most of your time is going to be spent with coworkers. It would make sense that that is where you're going to meet and build relationships, right? So most people build their relationship and they start their relationships in work unless they're dating online. That's for the most part. So as an employee, it makes sense, and I don't see any problem with it. On the flip side of that, as an employer, right? So I was a manager at Verizon 2020, right? And I can see in Pennsylvania.
Okay. I went to a cell phone store. Okay, yeah.
So I can see how, as an employer, it's bad for you to have employees dating each other.
For sure.
So now we didn't have policies against it, but I didn't necessarily like it because we had two individuals. I'm not gonna say their names, but
I know you're talking about.
oh, you do?
Yeah,
We all know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
J and C.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wait, what's his name?
R
Okay.
and
R&C.
Yeah. So they were together, and when they were together, everything was good. They would go on turf together. Everything was all good. Everything was all good. Then they broke up. Then everything was all bad, and I lost both of them. Right. So it's.
Did they get
I
back
think they
together?
got married, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
And they have kids.
Oh, they're not together anymore.
Well, they
Yeah,
got
not
married
anymore.
and had
Yeah,
children.
yeah. I think no, but something happened, and I think they split up at something.
I mean, because she was loose. She was out there. She was in them streets. Yeah, I mean, nobody knows she is.
Isn't that
but-
what happened? Like, that's what happened.
Yeah,
like,
she was in them streets.
he heard that she was with somebody else, right?
Yeah, man. So, I mean, they did end up getting married, but there was a point where they did
The
separate.
girl that he with now, much better than her.
How do you even know that?
'Cause I be snooping.
You just be like,
I'm still friends with them.
I don't
I mean,
even
as
think we're
in
still
I
friends.
see.
I'm
on
not.
Facebook.
It'll show up like recommended because we have mutual friends. It'll
Yeah.
show up like, hey, follow this person. Like,
Yeah.
who is this?
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
So that's just obviously just one example, but I mean, I've seen this happen in the workplace as an employee, but then obviously as a manager, I have dealt with it, and not just that situation, but that was one that I knew that you all would know about. But it's not a good thing. So I can see how it would be frowned upon, but that doesn't make it illegal, and it doesn't mean they need to lose their jobs. That just means that you need to manage better and then understand. But that's also why a lot of larger companies will make you now come to HR and tell them.
Yeah, that's why.
So you have to tell them so that way they know what's going on. So then all of a sudden, if something starts going bad, they have
which is exactly why if a senior is a senior position is messing with a entry level position. I think they could have the same policy. Okay, we're together, and then that way, because she might, and I keep saying she because this is really the only way it goes.
I mean, yeah,
She's gonna be when he starts messing with the other girls in the office. He used his power and influenced me. But if they both said no, we was in a relationship, then it's like, okay, you're just talking.
Yeah.
Because I have watched this happen, and I don't think I told it on this podcast, but I used to work in a prefabrication shop when I was an electrician. We were building for Parkland. Was in there for 4 years. Okay, we was in there a long time. I was working with this dude who he was a real cool dude. I think he was like engaged at the time. And maybe like 2.5 years into us working there, they bring a woman in. Okay, they can't discriminate. Women really don't belong in this environment. I'm just being honest. It's all dudes. We're whatever. Anyway, so she comes in, and all the dudes are just sniffing.
That would be, man.
You know what I mean? And she was
She's attractive?
she was a, what do they call them, a 406? What do they call them, 403 girl?
304?
304?
What's that? A hoe?
Oh, I guess, yeah. So she was 100%. Me, like I am not chasing women. Like I'm not doing none of that. She came to me. That's how I knew she was going to all the dudes, just sitting on their tables, swinging her legs. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever. So our superintendent goes out of town for some meeting, and he leaves in charge one of the juniors. And we're working on a Saturday. It's a lax day. Everybody's in there doing our thing. Well, this dude and this girl decide to go to the superintendent's office.
Oh.
And I guess like she's prompting him to touch her and do stuff or whatever, and he complies. What dude wouldn't get a little VJ on the
works.
Saturday while the boss is out? What you talking about?
Oh, man, that's like sleeping.
I know.
What they didn't know was that there was cameras.
Oh man, inside.
I mean, they're
It's
in
obvious.
the office.
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
obvious,
obvious.
right?
Well, okay.
They're in his office.
The superintendent's
superintendent.
office.
If it was the bathroom, it'd be different. Clearly, they could probably see them go into the bathroom together, so that'd be another thing. But so then somehow I don't know what happens. I'm assuming someone said something to prompt them to look at the cameras, because typically no one's looking at the cameras every day.
That's a normal thing, except
Yeah.
for you two.
Okay.
Watching Rings.
Okay.
People don't usually look at cameras unless something happened.
I get a notification. I see it.
It's easy. It's like a text
I
message.
turn
Yeah.
them off.
Well, because you don't care about your safety.
And also,
Don't
I
worry.
don't,
you didn't
all
have
the
your
time.
car like broken into or like shattered. That's probably why you're not.
that's
thinking about that.
definitely part of it.
yours?
And also the
Yeah, one of my cars, like not this one, but my previous car.
And also, the notifications don't happen that often.
It doesn't.
You make it sound like it's constantly. I'm sure you text a girl that messages you more than what Ring does. Not right now, but when you're actively talking to a girl, she texts you way more than Ring does. But the point is, so they got caught, and then this girl starts crying to the superintendent. He made me do it. I didn't want to. Da 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 da. Just completely lied. And if it weren't for the camera, he could have got thrown under the bus, because the superintendent's like, look, you don't know this, but I watched the film. Like, you're lying, because I could see you telling him to come and touch me here. And like, you could just see on camera. You can't hear, but you could see it. And he ended up firing her and didn't fire the dude, which I was like, bro, this is the coolest superintendent that I've ever had. Like, he was a hippie.
But did he at least like punish him and stuff? Because he had sex in his office.
He
Somebody
didn't-
had sex
they
in my
didn't have
office. You
sex.
can
They didn't
reprimand
have
something.
sex. I don't know how far it went, to be honest. They didn't have sex. He might have fingered her, maybe. Or he might have just touched her. I don't know. But no, there was pretty much nothing happened to him. He might have been out of work for like a couple days, maybe.
I know. I have a friend. I know a guy who.
You know, guy.
Yeah, I know. A guy.
How long you known him? About 36 years.
That's me.
I know, as I'm saying.
No. Oh no, I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking about me.
Okay.
But I know a guy who I used to work at a job, and he used to get blowjobs in the office.
You used to watch him?
Come on, man.
Okay.
What?
How did you know? He told you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I know the parties involved, so I know it happened. But I always thought, I'm like, bro, this is risky. Like, why would you risk? Not while the office is empty.
is
People
at
are
work.
there.
Oh.
It's during our work day.
They like that. Those are the type of people like that rush.
That sounds
risk
like
of
some
being caught.
2020 stuff.
Like, it wasn't. It was more reason than that. But he would take her into the office, and then in the office they had a storeroom, and then he would go in the storeroom. You know what I mean? Get his little. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
I'm
convenient.
just like, bro, that is risque. Like,
I think every job that I've been at, I've had some kind of like woman or chick that I was rocking with at the time.
in the job.
Yeah. Not
Like-
that I've been like, well, because I'm thinking about when I was working at White Castles.
You're talking about, or are you talking about just a girl that you've met and now like a work wife type thing, or someone you've messed with on the job?
There's someone that I mess with.
Oh, like in the bathrooms.
No, not like
That's what I'm talking about.
physical like activities.
Okay, so like a work wife type situation.
But like, because back when we're teenagers, you get a little slide. You get the, let me get the cups. I need to get these cups. You need to get past when you're like the drive-through.
Yeah.
And you get a little, you get a little feel. You know what I mean? You get a feel with your bill. You feel me? You know what I mean? You need straws with that, But I feel like every situation I've been in, I feel like there's always been some kind of connection that I had with some woman. I'm thinking of every job that I've been in. Like, there's always been something. Even when we first moved here, and I got transferred to the company, to a company that I work for down here, and
That little light skinned girl?
yeah, the little light skinned girl. The thing is,
Chris knows her?
yeah, I mean, she's been over here before. But when we first met, like, I wasn't attracted to her like that. Like, I was not like attracted.
That connection.
And then obviously time and connection. I was like, oh, she's a little cute.
It's
she's a little cute.
It's amazing.
And she's a little fun to be around, And we would take breaks, and like I would usually go on this. It's like a hidden area. Like a hidden area or whatever. It's not really a lot of cameras there. I would usually take my break there, and then she would come over there, and we would, you know what I mean?
What would you do?
Yeah, it was just kissing. You know?
Okay. That's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy. You just be kissing, and
Yeah, I used to go to school looking for certain girls, like girls in my class that I liked, because I hated going to school. But if I could see that one girl I like or whatever, I was like, at least I get to see her.
Yeah.
Like, it's motivation. Like, I'm like, bruh, I don't like going to school, but I like seeing her, so I'll come.
that's what. See, that when you have a woman that is attractive and they're just in your vicinity, it gives you more motivation to do things. That's why, like, if there's a woman who is like-minded and just like who understands me personally, just like, you give me motivation to conquer the world. You feel me?
Feminine
it's just extra
woman will
added.
do that. That's the power of femininity.
It's a lot of power, because I find myself like, man, like, I need that in a woman, like, to give me some extra boost. Not to say it's not already there, but it's just like another push that it's just a different feeling, a different feeling that you get.
That's part of their power. It is to add and to push to that next level.
Like, it makes you be like, you know what? Like, I'm already gonna do this, but I'm really about to do this now.
Yeah. You naturally want to, provide and be seen as a security provider. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that you naturally want to do, but then when someone's in that place that you're like, yo, I want to do this for, it makes you want to do it even more.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why when I saw that couple, the Good Morning American couple, they actually looked legit happy.
Yeah,
like, you can tell the energy. It was like good connection. They would make things like, "Whoo, I'm looking forward to the weekend." Like, I'm looking forward to the weekend together. We're gonna spend some time. Well, they didn't say that, but they were giving hints like, "Woo, this is gonna be a long weekend," and stuff like that. And it was funny. It was funny because you can.
So
see
people found clips of them saying little stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, here we go."
But they also, because they like would run marathons or whatever, and they had like a situation where, they were in like their sports gear or whatever, getting ready for a run. And then they were saying things like, "Woo, yeah, it's going to be a long race, and we're going to make sure that we finish. We're both just going to finish." And then, like, the looks that they were giving, it was just funny.
Innuendos.
It was innuendos, and it was really good energy. So I personally feel like if people are working together and they're keeping it professional, but they're, they also, they can have that, if they're just being professional, but they have that connection, I see nothing wrong with it. Now, the situation that you all both talked about, those are the situations that we obviously do not want to happen. But if you're respectable and you're mature, and let's just say the situations don't even work out, like, if you all both have an understanding that you don't want to ruin one another's job or career and all that, like, I think the relationship would be good. But that's also you having to know your partner. You have to know the type of person you're getting involved with. If you're getting involved with a woman who's just super emotional, overbearingly emotional, and you know that they're gonna curse you because you broke up with them, you got to fall back from that, because I'm not going to lose my job or my career because you decide to have this emotional dysfunction, you know? So that's how I feel about it. I'm curious to know, the people out there, what are your thoughts about this situation? Do you think that we should, or people should be in relationships if they're working together? Do you all have any work wives or work husbands or work days, whatever?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
I think everyone has a work wife or a work husband out there, you know. I've had a few. We out in these streets. But make sure y'all subscribe, like this video. Chris James, Stephen Michael, Animated Male. We will see you beautiful people next time.